Cause you know I'm a made motherfucking man. The first thing you do when you meet me, you should apologize to me. Straight off the top. Just because you're nothing like me. But fuck that. Back to me. Just tell me how high you are.
I don't even know. What are you giving me?
Just tell everyone how high you are.
No, I can't talk. I'm not telling anyone.
Tell anyone. Can you
Are
please?
you recording me?
No, I'm not. Can you just
You
tell
are
them?
lying.
Can you please tell them?
I can't describe it. I am so high. That's it. It's like I'm tripping.
Puerto Rican Air Force Ones at the wedding. I'm only speaking truth. I might open up for Bruce. My own horn, I don't really mean the toot. Sign big deals with yarmulkes on this suede gloves. It's safe to say your boy done came up. Too much lobster on the plane will stay up. Bitch, I'm butt naked laid up. Yo, what the fuck? Wolf fag. This dick'll make an R&B chick write a song about the rain when it falls
and the rain that it causes.
and how she always waking up alone. And now Bronson got a call.
Tyrone.
Fuck that, I'm trying to blow smoke towards the moon till my mind start racing like Zoom. I'm hotter than when Bow Wow dropped in the summer. Girls scream and I hop into the Hummer like, I'm a teenage heartthrob. You smoke little blunts like Kevin Hart's arms. My bloodline predate aardvark and large shark and cooking flesh over charred bark. Wolfpack. I shot dope before I wrote this. Sniffed coke and did aerobics by the ocean. This is Blue Chip 7, not Usher. Big muskets get squeezed like mustard. And motherfuckers flee off in the Nissan. They say that life is like a seesaw. I roll solo, why I got these extra seats for? Hit eject, watch a free fall. Better use those fucking feet, dog. Yeah. Bam, bam. Blue Chip 7. My blue heaven.
Yeah. Hey man, you are now tuned in to the Rambling Rogue Show. I am your host, Rambling Rogue, aka Jars Rogue, and I'm the guy who's gonna be here talking to y'all, talking some shit. You know what I mean? I'm here, man. I'm here. So if you're here too, I appreciate you, and I just want to say I hope you're having a good day. You know, don't let the bad vibes win. Always let the good vibes through your skin. That's a fact. All right, hold up. Hold up. Weed. Yeah, baby, bada bang. Okay. Chiefs. Qualified to. Okay.
This is one night only. Dragon versus Venus. I think I'll fuck around and throw Aladdin on the remix. You can never score a point against my defense. For many years, my mind been going off the deep end. Like Tom Hanks with the soccer ball. You'll get turned into a taco.
They thought Body was Bruce Willis in Morocco.
Like I said, they'll never find you in the pot roast.
They'll never
find you in the pot roast. I'm stepping in hotter this year. I'm stepping in hotter this year.
when the and the islands out. Baby, you can. Sun don't shine no more, and the rain keep falling down. The pain Baby, you can call my name. Oh, baby. Necklaces. Perfectionist. But you never knew me. Something like a okay. Looking like a power in appliance, beefing over money that can sour an alliance. Infused Evo, sitting in the cabinet. Used to hold the work under the whip using a magnet. Outfits, controversial like I'm Russell Westbrook. Code name Lorraine, might have hit you with a left hook. And fuck these old niggas acting like they made us. We superseded everything they did, so now they hate us. Take a look at my life, cause I'm historical. You the type to compliment a rollie at the urinal. I'm the type to look up continents and then explore a few. Splash this Serrano in the coffee. This watch is costly. I tell the time with your salary. Every Gucci hoodie that's out, you couldn't stab with me. Cream spinach, vintage, tinted, but still shine through. Easy when we up in the spot, I might blind you. And the rain keep bubbling shit down, and it can't solve the pain. Oh baby, you can call my name when the sun don't shine no more, and the rain came on my lamp. Oh baby, you can call my name. Oh baby, you can call my name.
That's how you perform under pressure. Use cameras and stuff like that, and this man just.
Oh my God, my grinder top just fell. Fuck, man. Hold on. Okay. This Gabba is barely smoking. I dropped my stuff, but I'm here still talking. Yo. Welcome back to the Rambling Rogue Show. I'm your host, Rambling Rogue, aka Gyres Rogue, and I'm alone. But that's alright, you know what I'm saying? I lost my co-host, my bro host with the mo host, because truth be told, I think I just wanted him to do too much. Honestly, I just felt like I was nagging. I was getting to a nagging point. And it just became too much. It became to a point where I felt like our relationship as just brothers was becoming like strained, because I had to keep telling this guy this note or that note. And I don't like that. I don't like basically just feeling like some kind of dictator over my bruh. You know what I'm saying? Over my brody. So we had to cut it off. We had to basically just say, hey, you do your thing, I do my thing, and it'll be good. So listen, I don't have any stream elements set up for this page. I don't have anything, no alerts, no nothing. We're just here, twitch.tv/The Rambling Rogue Show. Pull up. And cheers, man. I hope anybody listening is having a good day. I'm kind of having a weird one. I ain't gonna lie. Like, all right, I have a small situation, story, whatever you want to call it. So I'm in the barbershop. And I'm getting my cut. So my cut, actually, this is the first time I've ever been to this barbershop ever in life. And pretty much, I'm kind of nervous, but fuck it, dude. I go everywhere by myself all the time. So I really have no problem with just stepping into new places and just introducing myself or just whatever. And I really have to give all the time that I spent doing jujitsu the praise and the credit for that. Because, dude, if I didn't do jujitsu, I would be, I was a nervous wreck before I did jujitsu. But now I'm able to just go into rooms and just talk to people. Introducing yourself and whatnot, and just like kind of saying, hey, I'm me, and I'm not an axe murderer. You guys can trust me. I'm cool. Whatever. I feel like it, just by just greeting people and saying hello, you just break the ice in the room. Like, you could just feel it. You feel it when you're the new guy in the room and it's quiet and people kind of like stare at you here, stare at you there. They look. I hate that. I like awkwardness, but I like awkwardness after it's been built with talking. But anyway, I'm in the barbershop. And most of my cut was good. I was kind of talking shit. You know, just basically saying, oh yeah, me and my friends are going to Vegas, da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to go there with like a stack or whatever. I didn't say that, but I'm just going to try to go there, be prepared. And, you know, you got to go there with money. And we were just talking shit. We were just shooting the shit until, you know, so it's me getting my hair cut. And then diagonal from me, there's this dude getting his hair cut by this other barber. And then there's another barber to my far left who's more so at the door. And it's all regular. So basically I'm getting my cut until the barber who's in front of me, or yeah, cutting the other guy up, I guess his ex-wife comes into the shop. So his ex-wife comes into the shop and she's you know, she's decent. She's you know, whatever. You know, she's definitely a MILF. Respectfully, if dude ever hears this, respectfully, I'm telling this story respectfully. And, you know, they're talking and they're just talking about just like stuff, random stuff, personal stuff, like, you know, just stuff that I can't even recall just because I literally wasn't listening. It had nothing to do with me until, you know, the guy finishes, he finishes the cut that he's doing on the first guy he has another head waiting. So there's another guy who's also close to the door. And then after that cut, he actually like pretty much goes to the back. You know, they always have that one barbershop room in the back where like, I don't know why they have that room there, but they just have it. Like it's either in the back or off the side or whatever. But yeah, he goes in there for a little while. And then at first his lady then joins him in there. And then they come back out pretty much smelling like dope or whatever. I think she had asked before, like, yo, like let me get some weed or whatever. And then, yeah, like, so they smoked. They come back out and it's all cool. It's whatever. And then she leaves. And then once the lady leaves, you know, again, you know, kind of bodacious, you know, whatever. And she, you know, she's just a good looking lady from at least what I could tell. I mean, I was getting my cut, so I can only take, you know, see this angle or that. But yeah, pretty decent looking lady or whatever. But apparently that's also the mother of this barber's child. And long story short, as soon as she leaves, I was like, because he gets his other head into the chair. And then I'm like, yo, I got to ask. And I don't know what took over me in this. But I was like, yo, I got to ask. Because they were talking. And one of the things that I picked up was that, okay, well, the guy who the barber was currently cutting, he's a family friend, apparently connected by how they used to all go to church. So the barber, his wife, and this current guy getting his haircut, they all went to the same church. Basically, because I heard church and I heard wife, I'm like, oh, they must have met at church. I just made heavy assumptions. And honestly, I was being an idiot. But I also thought maybe I could be funny or whatever. Just say something funny. Because there had been a lull inside of the room where initially I had introduced myself and everything was cool. And then I even got to talking about just some small stuff, this little Vegas trip, whatever. But then the room got quiet. So then I wanted to just kind of just spark it back up. And I said, yo, hey, man, I got to ask, you ever smash? Did you ever smash in the back of the church? And then he's like, huh? Wait. Why would you ask that? And I said, nah, man, I'm just curious. And he's like, wait, there's got to be something specific to why you asked that. Cause that's like a very specific question. Like, nah, I ain't never smashed in the sanctuary, whatever. And I'm like, okay. So then basically we go round and round about how the context of that question even came up, because it was so random. And he's saying that basically it was a random question. How did you get that context? And I'm like, no, I'm just curious. You know, I was just being dumb. And then he was like, you know, that's my ex-wife and da-da-da-da-da. You know, I date you, like I'm 38. How old are you? He's like, I'm like 23. And he's like, yeah, man, that's my ex-wife and whatnot. And how did you even get the context for that? And I'm like, well, I assumed that you guys had met inside of the church, So that meant that, okay, well, if you met at church, and me, I always liked the church girls too. Like, as far back as it was, one of my earliest memories is just like a little girl at church when I was a little boy. And, you know, she was basically, it was me and my boys, because this is African church. So you and your cousins all sit next to each other, and your brothers and everybody. And then the girls, maybe they'll sit, you know, if they know you, they'll sit with you. But most of the time, they'll sit with their parents or whatever, sit away. And so our parents are like away from us. And I'm just talking to this girl. She's like next to her grandma or whatever. And one of my earliest memories is, you know, she telling me that she likes me. But I didn't really know what to do with that at all. I just kind of was just like, okay. I was just awkward about it. But and I told him, I was like, yeah, man, I never had the courage or the confidence to actually talk to any. I mean, of course, I was talking about me being a little kid, but still, I never had the courage or confidence to talk to any girls from church or whatever. So I know you smash, you know, you just seem like a fly dude, whatever. And dude, I mean, he understood what I was saying, because at the end of this entire conversation, he's like, look, I get what you was trying to say. Like, you know, she's a good looking lady, basically. Right. And like, you know, you see your lips, ass, da. And I'm like, yeah, kind of. Yeah, whatever. And like, I wouldn't be running around with no like bum bitches, da, bum chicks. I'm not saying that you would, but that's just like a very weird, random question. And then I was just like, yeah, man, again, I was just curious. I was just like trying to have a good time. And I was kind of laughing during all of this. And during this entire conversation, I was also getting up and going towards like just to pay for my haircut, because it just had gotten done. But yeah, at the end of it, he's like, you know, this really could have went left. Like, I gave you a real nigga pass, you know? So basically you just got to take that. Like, I gave you a real nigga pass. Like, this could have really went left. And I was like, yeah, no, you right. It really could have. But, you know, I just talk shit. Like, I just be talking too much shit. Like, I honestly don't think before I talk. I just kind of ask questions. And I really didn't mean anything by it. I'm just asking questions. But, yeah, I kind of left on the note of, all right, y'all stay up. And I dapped him up, too. I was like, yo, man, respectfully, I apologize. You know, I wasn't trying to, you know, talk whatever about your ex-wife. Or even, I didn't say this, but the mother of your child, that's more important. And, yeah, I just wasn't trying to do that. But dude really was like, yeah, man, like this could have went left, and shit, I could have beat your ass for that. And I was just like, I don't know, it just kind of floored me, because I'm like, on the one hand, dude is right. On the one hand, dude is right. I mean, I'm talking shit. I'm talking maybe too much shit. And as a shit talker, I already know what that comes with. I've seen other shit talkers, people like me, people that I admire a lot, in real life, get challenged and confronted for just, hey, you was just like, what did you say? Like, what was that? Because they just talking too much. But these are the types of people I admire. And, you know, I feel like the environment of the barbershop is almost a place where that's like welcome. Like, we're just cracking jokes, like whatever. Like, you didn't even have to answer that question. I really didn't even think it was that serious. Like, we could have just laughed it off like, nah, man, you crazy, bro. Like, like that's just it's just a joke question, I think. But, you know, it's about your ex-wife, the mother of your child, and you never know how serious somebody else's life is when you go and start commenting about it. So, and you can't control how people act. So as much, you know, like driving away from the barbershop, I kind of got, you know, amped up, heated or whatever. I was kind of mad that I got pressed. Here I am just trying to get a haircut. But looking on it, like, of course, number one, I don't think I'm going back to that shop. Just because, I mean, come on, man. I mean, I just don't want to, you know, cause more problems. I was just trying to get my haircut. And then doing anything in life, it's just more comfortable when you kind of have that ice broken, where you could just talk, when you're just cool, like it's just whatever, like it's nothing too serious, like damn, like I don't know, like I just feel like that's the barbershop vibe. And that instance, that the whole cut up until that point was perfectly fine. You know, the barber that pressed me or whatever. And by the way, he had a blue rag next to his mirror or whatever like that. I don't know if that does anything to the story, but it definitely let me know, like, yo, shut the fuck up at a certain point. Like, just shut the fuck up, keep apologizing, get the fuck out of the door. Like, hey, and it's cool, man. Dude, I'm not a tough guy. And I never will be. I don't give a fuck. Shit. I enjoy life. You know? I think about how many lives have been ended over just that conversation. Very simple, very chill, very meaningless. One word gets said to another party that maybe makes, you know, some contention, some raises some questions, some eyebrows. Then one other word gets said to that party that's, oh shit, you weird for that. Boom. Now we either fighting, we doing this, we doing that over, nigga, I was just trying to just break the ice and make this, you know, little barber haircut go a little faster. Like, God, it's not that serious, you know? Talking on this Gabba, and it is falling apart. Hold up. You re-roll this. Re-roll. Yeah, there you go. There we go. That's better. Not much better. My wood is falling apart. All right, this is done. It's not smoking anymore, but I don't know. I could be tripping. I know I was in the wrong initially. I just really would have preferred that, especially because this is your place of business. And I know you come from a certain place and you probably come from a certain background, and I get that. But I just feel sad when potential instances like that happen. Because again, this is a brother, this is a black man. And again, you know, he like he said, he dates me. He predates me quite a bit. He's well into his 30s. Here I am, just a young buck, 23. You know, he was well and good, 15 when I was born. But my thing is just like, again, even just take that into consideration. I'm a young man. Like, the fact that you're really out here just like, you just threaten, like, I don't even want to say too much, whatever, because then that's snitching. And that's another thing that's like, bro, I'm a civilian. Like, I'm a regular dude. But at the same time, nobody likes a tattletale. Nobody likes somebody who's just flapping their gums, of course, about things that they shouldn't be. But my thing is, it's just like the point that we get to this point where it got to get so heated, and it's just got to get to this like I could have beat your ass. Like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, what even is a real nigga pass? I mean, I get it. I get what it is. I know what it is because you get, you know, whatever. But I'm saying, like, bro, like, why does it matter to be a real nigga? Like, it does. Like, what do you, like, I don't know, man. That's just, I don't know. I started thinking about that Kendrick verse, just the whole Kendrick song, Real. I just started thinking about it, like, just hating the fact. Like, I just hate the fact. None of that shit. None of that puff chest, rah, rah, I gotta show you how tough I am. None of that shit makes you real. What makes you real is protecting your family, your own self by extension. Because how could you protect your family if you're out here beefing with people? Like, when I hear grown men, and not even this situation to the side, totally to the side. But I've heard family members that I know, you had a good, bro, what? You definitely were raised in a house way bigger than mine for your whole upbringing. Like, you've maybe tasted apartment life for what? 3 years max. And that's partly due to the fact that you were blessed enough to be able to put yourself into a different city because of school. And I'm talking to you and you're talking to me about, I got beef up here. Like, bro, what? Like, no matter what I'm doing, I don't think, not even I don't think, I know this. I don't have any time for beef. I don't have any time for beef. I don't have any time to be focused and worried about another man or woman in some way where I'm trying to harm them or I'm worried about them trying to harm me. Like, nah. I'm very much a guy I'm just going to solve this right now. I'm going to make sure if I can't solve this right now, as little of my information is given out so that, hey, you go back to your corner, I go to my corner, and we could, because this is how life works in reality, we could go the rest of our lives never talking to each other ever again. especially for people that are not your family, that are not connected to you. I don't get how people have beef with people they don't know. You don't even know this person. I don't understand that. Just out here having on-site beefs with people that you don't even know this guy. You don't even know him. And you're over here in his city or in the city where you have that beef for a good reason. You over here trying to get a job, how did you, in the pursuit of trying to get a job and trying to put yourself on into a better position, how did you make beef? Like, how did you do that? Like, if somebody crossed you, you could just not deal with that person. How do you have, I don't get it. But you would have to be getting into shit with people. See, the only way you really have beef is when you're getting into shit with people. And when I say getting into shit, I mean just activity in general. It doesn't have to be, nefarious, bad, whatever. Just activity. When you just, it's not that you shouldn't have friends, but your friends should have a boundary. Like if you're just always hanging out, and in all those hangouts, it's never a conversation about how do we better ourselves. Instead of going out so that we just spend money, how do we, it's never any of those kind of conversations. How do we build money? It's never any kind of conversations like that. It's always just hang out. Let's just chill. Let's just kind of have fun. I feel like there's a time and place for fun, especially with your friends. There really is. And I think that is actually when you set aside a time and place for things, that's how you enjoy them a lot more, But when you just in too deep with what everybody else is doing, that's when you have beef. You're just too tapped in with how other people are living their lives. Like I couldn't care fucking less, man. I couldn't care less. That barbershop, I'm never going to go back there. I mean, I'm just not, because I'm not even gonna go in there and try to prove that my ego is that I'm so hard. Nobody could tell me this, and then I don't just go back and act like it's nothing or like it's just some weird shit. Nah, bro. I spoke out of term, and when I spoke out of term, the dude, instead of being more so cool or level-headed about it, he was more so like passive-aggressive, gaslighty. He was and trying to get like context to something that was just really an innocent little question, and trying to just ask more questions about something that seriously, that was just an innocent question from somebody that you don't even know. Like how could it mean anything more? If that's the thing that I don't get about beef. It's like some people like a traffic altercation. Like some people will take oh, you cut me off, to be the end of the world. And I just could never. And I drive way more than anybody that's on the road, except for people who are probably on road trips constantly or drug dealers. Like, other than that, and honestly, that's a lot of, I don't know. Because there was this story even, maybe I could pull it up and find it. But no, I don't even have to pull it up and find it. Man loses his life over a road rage accident. And this is a story as old as time, but it's like, dude in some part of the East Coast or something like that. I mean, apparently there was some kind of fender bender or something. They start exchanging words. One man just pulls out a gun and just starts shooting and shoots the man to death. It's like, nah, bruh. That's really how fast words, just a few flaps of your gums, that's it. And you're done. No, man, I ain't got time for that, dude. Like, nah. And I really don't care if that makes me a bitch or whatever. At no point in my life do I think I'll ever be okay with throwing away even a portion of my life for some petty thing towards somebody that I don't know. I'll never understand why people have to have their pride and ego affirmed by people they don't know. I don't understand that. I don't get it. It's the strangest thing. And it's I don't know. I feel like this energy sparks up in the summer. Like, I feel like in the summertime is when the ego, the pride, the machismo, the like, I gotta like protect myself and everything that I have. And the way that I do that is by heavily scrutinizing even the smallest interactions with people wherein people say things that I don't like. It's like, oh my gosh, man. You really could just tell the dude, hey, you're in our place of business. Don't talk like that about such and such. It moves on. It goes on. That's it. You can give the direct order and have the person respond with an apology and just, it's nothing, and you just move on. That would be the better way. But no, we have to take it to the next level all the time. And nah, man, I'm good off people. I'm just good off of people. Like, I love people, but at the same time, when people show me things like that, that's when I'm good off of them, man. Like, that's when I'm definitely just, we could just never talk again. I'll just do everything in my power, which in this case is just never going back to this place of business. I'll just do everything in my power to just never talk to you again. How about that? Like, how about everybody just do that? And when it's your family or something very personal or deep, give it time, because you're connected to this person. You actually have something to do with these people. Their lives being great may affect your life. Their lives being worse may affect your life. Give it time. But for the people that aren't connected to me, I'll never understand why people can start, or just how people start just those kind of negative interactions and then keep them going, either through social media or through, right there, boom, physical altercations. Nah. And I don't know if that comes from jujitsu. I don't know if that comes from me just like wrestling motherfuckers to the ground and while standing and putting my hands and feet and head paws in a whole sort of different positions just to submit somebody. I don't know if that has made it to where I see violence and I go, no. Like, outside of sanctioned events, this shit is stupid as fuck. And it's so stupid, it's like, I could even see it in the moment. Like, damn, this is dumb. Like, this is dumb as hell. Like, really think about it. Oh man. Like, the barber just starts beating me up inside of my chair. He just starts literally just like lifts his size 12 or something just straight to my skull in the chair. It's like imagine. Over what? Over did you smash in the back of the church? Anyway, man, the world's dumb. Or maybe just people. I don't know. But that happened today. That happened earlier. I just went from that and picked up some butt. You know what I'm saying? I had to get me some good trees and smoke. Well, I didn't have to. Well, no. Yep, I did have to. But I'm enjoying myself. I'm in a good place. I feel good. I feel like I'm in grind mode. Like, all the work I have to do is still in front of me. And even though sometimes doing all of that work or getting into the flow of doing work is difficult, I'm just so glad and grateful that I even have this spark or this drive about myself. You know, I was working a DoorDash shift this week, and I was out in LA near Hollywood, in Hollywood, West Hollywood at that, pretty deep in there. And edibles are nothing to fuck with. Everybody knows this. Everybody should know this. But I should know this, especially. Let me not say everybody. Forget everybody. I'm trying to dodge the accountability. I should know that edibles are nothing to play with. But I learned this week. I really learned. I learned me a good lesson on why you do not take too much of a substance that you do not usually take, even if that substance is close to something that you normally take, like weed. I smoke weed. I was just smoking. I feel great right now. But when they convert cannabis into a pill form, like I took, and each pill is 25 milligrams, and then I'm sitting there thinking, well, you know, this is nothing. Like, I mean, shit, 25 milligrams. Like, dude, 25 milligrams, that is literally nothing. And I thought I had a proper gauge on my edibles because, oh yeah, you know, the last time I took 100 milligram cookie, you know, it didn't really do anything. But then when I got over to 200 milligrams, that's when I actually started to feel it. And I guess maybe I forgot what it was like to feel edibles. I don't know what happened, but I have this prescription bottle of THC pills, indica THC pills, and I ended up taking first 4, so that's 100 milligrams. And this was pretty dumb. And in hindsight, I actually fucked up the dosage. And actually, yeah, I definitely fucked up the dosage. I don't know how I messed up my math so bad, but actually, you know, I messed up my math because I was taking these cannabis pills while driving. Basically, I ended up taking about 16. So first I took 4, and then I took 15. So that's about 19 cannabis pills. And this was on, I believe, I don't even know, Wednesday? Thursday? No, I believe this was Thursday. And dude, so if I took that much, what is that? 4 plus 15, that's 19, 25 milligrams each. So every 4 is 100 milligrams. So if every 4 is 100, then 4, 8, 12, 16, that's at least 400. And then just a couple small 25, so that's like 450. That's nearly 500 milligrams, or about 500 milligrams of THC straight. And at 500 milligrams, a full 500 milligrams, oh yeah, you are tripping balls for sure. That is a death sentence. And I was driving, and that wasn't the issue really. I mean, yes, I was too high, but I eventually stopped driving when I was apparent that I was too high. And the too high feeling didn't even kick in for like, it probably didn't kick in until maybe hour like 4 or 5, because I was cool. At first, it was the daytime, and this was after I took about 19. It was daytime, it was sunny, and then I just started to feel the buzz, like your whole just like, yeah, you just start buzzing. Like you just like, when you get on a good edible high, head to toe, you just feel it. For some reason, when you smoke weed normally, it's mostly a head high and then like a chest and body high. And that actually makes sense because it's going into your lungs, and because, you know, you're breathing and that's what you're feeling. And so the effects of the cannabis do go over your entire body, but you most viscerally feel the effect over, you know, your lungs and your head. But when you take edibles, that thing goes from head to toe. Your entire body is infected, and you are now a zombie. And that shit, I mean, it feels amazing in the beginning, but dude, it just started to ramp up and up and up. And I didn't notice that it was the weed doing this. I thought I was just, I don't know, I just thought I was in another state. But, and I knew I had taken those pills. It's not that I forgot, but it's that I guess I thought that I had only taken 200. For some reason, my math got so janky that I thought that 16 was actually the equivalent to what 8 would have been. I don't know how I thought that 16 pills would have been 200 milligrams. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, it was strange. Like, I got it into my head like, yo, yeah, I actually don't want to get fucked up off of this. So like, but not fucked up in the sense of like, I can't drive, can't move, can't operate. I'm a pothead. I can gauge this 200 milligrams. I'm going to take that and I'll be good. But no, I ended up taking basically a whole Cordova cookie. If you're from California and if you remember basically pre-Prop 64, which is the legalization of cannabis, pre-2016, and no, not pre, but just post-2016 and before it, all before it, the era before it, Prop 215 era, edibles were insane. You had 500 milligram, 1,000 milligram, 2,000 milligram edibles, 3,000, maybe even 3,000 milligram edibles just sold in shops like a regular thing. Maybe not up to 3,000, but definitely 2,000, up to 2,000. And dude, again, when we would buy those things, I would buy them with my friends. I would take a 500 milligram cookie, split it with a whole bunch of homies, and then we just get baked. You're just baked. And you only take a piece. And yeah, maybe here and there, maybe we took a half, or maybe took a half. I don't think I ever went and maybe I did, maybe one time go crazy and take the whole edible. But that was, again, when I really knew, okay, I'm about to get fucked up. Like, I know this, but I just messed up my dosage and I didn't know how fucked up I was getting. So I'm in LA, basically out there just tripping, and it's ramping up, and eventually it's nighttime now. It's maybe like 10 or 11 o'clock. And my vision's getting foggy. My mind is racing, and it's nice, and I'm stoned, but I'm like, oh my gosh, like my vision's getting foggy. I'm starting to get a little paranoid. I'm like, okay, what the fuck's going on? And then my car, which normally has issues, it's an old car. It's a 2009 Prius, and this thing has 240,000 miles. Now, the issue with that is, the normal issues that I have with my car, I'm cool with. I know exactly what to do with them. When my car starts beeping, when my car starts doing stuff, I'm good. I know what to do. But this time I was so stoned, I thought my car was totaled. I thought that, okay, so first of all, I pull up to this like side street off Melrose, and I stop. And when I stop, my car makes this noise that it usually makes when it's out of coolant. And I would normally know to be like, oh, okay, let me just put some coolant in and just dip out. Maybe it needs some oil too. I'll take care of that tomorrow, but I'll have to drive slow right now. And I guess I just forgot that and overreacted, panicked. So I started seeing my car beep. I park. And after that, for some strange reason, I thought my car was going to explode. I was so high. I felt like physically I could feel energy coming from my car. I thought my car's catalytic converter had been pierced or something. And I thought that, like, I don't know, maybe it was just releasing gas and it was just about to just be 1 second and boom, it would just explode. I was tripping. Totally tripping. My car was totally fine. Car was totally fine. It was literally doing exactly what it always does when it's out of coolant. I forgot. And so now starts this whole saga where I basically had to call my brother to pick me up. He picks me up about 2 hours later. In the meantime, I was getting banged on. I was getting like, kind of like, whatever, like just, dudes were like were in this apartment complex across the street from where I was at. They were yelling over towards me. There were dudes who were kind of like basically walking down the street, and maybe I was stoned and I was just like making this up because I was off Melrose, but it was nighttime and there are hoods everywhere. And it's like, bro, I don't know what was going on. So yeah, I was sitting in my car first and I'm just parked on the street. I parked it over to like the side of basically on Melrose, because I was on a street off Melrose, just in the middle of the street, pretty much. I mean, a little bit off to the side so that other cars could pass, but in the middle of the street, not a real parking spot because there were no parking spots. And so, yeah, I finally ended up parking it around the corner from there. My brother picks me up. And even when he picks me up, I was like, bro, I think my car is going to explode. I don't know. And I was really scared to go back into the car. I was tripping because I had a bunch of stuff in my car and I didn't want to leave all that stuff in LA. So I just was like, okay, just in case anything happens to this car overnight while I just go, because my brother came, he believed me that my car might have had some issue. And so, yeah, basically he was just trying to help me out and get me away from the car so that we could then figure out whatever we have to do, sell it, whatever. And, yeah, I even went as far as to just take out all my personal effects from the car because I thought, hey, man, it's LA. I don't know. Shit, it could get stolen. It could get broken into overnight, whatever. So let me just do that. I really was convinced the car was totaled, done, even though I had moved the car from where it was to around the corner to park it. Like in that time, yes, I was scared that it would explode, but I was like, okay, I at least need to do this and just get out of here. If it explodes, fuck it. But at least I need to do this. I made some rationale that it's like my normal mind rationale was fighting to just tell me like, bro, you are tripping. But yeah, my stone paranoid rationale just made me call my mom and then call a tow truck, and the tow truck guy was like, yeah, it's gonna be $750 to take it back to your house. And I'm like, fuck that. And then, well, not really, actually, I was really trying to pay it, but then I called my people, my family, and then they're just like, dude, we don't have any of that money, you're broke, like what are you doing, you idiot? And then I'm just like, okay. So then, yeah, my brother had to come pick me up, and that is the story of how I took way too many THC pills and almost either sold my car because of that. I was so afraid until the next day that the car didn't run. I mean, we had to then do a whole bunch of hoops. Like I had to basically get the car sent to a dealership, which I was able to do for free. And then from the dealership, I was able to pick it up. And then as soon as I got into the car, actually before I got into the car, I opened up the hood and I started it. And I had one of the workers there who was just tending to the cars, just like, you know, basically cleaning them. This is a Toyota dealership. And I had him say, you know, just come listen to the car. Does it sound okay? He said, yeah, man, it sounds normal. What the fuck? And then, so he sends me on my way. They sent me on my way. They didn't even charge me for taking the car there. Thank God. I actually wasn't charged in this entire thing except for the transportation of getting back into LA so that I could get my car because my brother didn't take me. So I had to go basically with a Metrolink. But that was cool because I was able to like kind of read and kind of just like, I didn't even read that much. I took my book, but I didn't read that much. I probably read like a page. But I was able to just clear my head because I was stoned as fuck. So that ride basically into off Melrose, it took about, probably like 2 hours because I had to take a Metrolink and then I took into Union Station and then I took the bus system and the railway system over to the dealership. It was off Hollywood and Vine, and I'm just very grateful that those people didn't charge me and didn't try to like, you know, aggressively hold my car and, you know, get me through a sales pitch. They were kind of busy. Plus I'm black. So they probably just like assume that, you know, like, I don't know, you know, just people be assuming weird shit. So yeah, man. Moral of the story is edibles, if you have a tolerance, are wonderful. They're actually great. Edibles, when you don't have a tolerance, are wonderful. They're actually great. But and of course, you know, viewer discretion advised. You know, you better be 18 or older if you're watching this. Oh wait, hold on. I don't know if I have my mature audience thing, but yeah, this is for mature audiences only. And so you guys make your own decisions if you're mature, and if you're not, tune the fuck out. But yeah. Basically, watch your doses. My closest friend would not be here again if he didn't watch his doses. That made no sense. Okay, I was trying to rhyme, but I don't have the time. You see what I did? No, that's awful. Nah, but seriously though, all right, yeah. Those are the two stories of this week. And of course I was streaming and working throughout the other parts of the week. I'm going to try to get back to jiu-jitsu. I've been out of there for a while, and it's not the worst because I've also been kind of just getting back on my cardio grind on this little cardio, the stamina mini stepper on this little thing I have. It's like $40 from Walmart. Best little cardio tool that you'll ever use, in my opinion. And yeah, we're here. It's I don't even know what time it is, but it's sunny California, the Rambling Rogue Show. We're here. Thank you for listening. If you did listen, thank you for listening. Thank you for participating. Thank you for showing up. Whatever. Salute to my guy Eric B. He's a big reason why I'm even doing this podcast today. I'm not gonna lie. With my brother being off the show, my confidence in it is kind of it's kind of dwindled a little bit, but that's okay. I'm gonna continue. I'm going to keep doing this. It is what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna continue doing this, man, because I enjoy doing it, and also, I mean, not gonna lie, I would like to be paid for talking shit. That'd be that'd be fun. I'd like to tell somebody in heaven that, yeah, I got paid for talking shit. So, morbidity aside, I got nothing else. I got nothing. I would go over academics, whatnots, but is there any news? It's kind of a slow news day. It's Monday, the 6th, and my taxes are due on the 20th, back taxes from last year, as well as my appearance on a ticket is due by the 8th, a little fix-it ticket. Handle your tickets, handle your taxes, handle your money, stack it up to the top. Never let anybody trick you out of your money or off of these streets. Seriously, there's no time to beef. I can never say that enough. I think that will be the biggest message of this pod. I might even name that this pod. There's never enough time to beef. Like, it's not. There's just not. Anytime you could keep it pushing, keep it pushing. Your pride does not need to be defended. You are, if you are secure in yourself, your pride doesn't need to be defended. Your ego doesn't need to be defended. It doesn't. You can let off some hot air and smoke a nice grabba, or maybe if that's not your thing, just, take a walk and enjoy the fact that you can take a walk. There's people out here that have lost opportunity, life, and limb over, let me go see what they're talking about. Or over, I won't let them talk to me like that. And I'm not one of them. I'm going to live. Like, I ain't going to lie. I'm going to live. Fuck that. But I'm going to live until I die. There you go. Anyway. Hey, man. It's the Rambling Rogue Show. That's all I got. Yo. I don't even know how long I've been on this thing, but whatever. If it's 30 minutes, 20 minutes, that's fine. Do I have anything else? I had a stomach flu. That sucked. But who wants to hear about that? I mean, hospitals suck, man. Nobody wants to hear about that. All right. Peace.